now we're going to be discussing the long gun that is presented to us and redirecting to the dead side. So when a firearm is presented, we always want to follow the principles RCAT. Today we're discussing dealing with the long gun. Once again, this can be a shotgun, AR-15, different types of assault rifles, but in this situation, we're going to the dead side of somebody. So what that means is as I make my redirection, I'm ending up more so on the dead side, of the side of him, to where he can't necessarily throw super effective strikes. When we go the other way and we're on the live side, that means I'm directly in front of him. He could throw strikes, things like that. So once again, we're going to the dead side. So we're redirecting. We want our hand always to be level of the gun. I'm looking at the gun. There's my redirection. So my thumb is coming over. It's very similar to a pincer grip, or you can think about a fist. My next hand is coming underneath, always getting control and always wanting to start to move closer. Now, as I move closer, kind of like I'm climbing a ladder here, this is a great opportunity to throw a strike. I don't necessarily have the option of hitting to the groin. I could try to throw a knee, something like that, but I want control as fast as I can. So as I come in, striking, my hand's gonna be going back immediately. I'm more focused on the control at this point. I am on the dead side of him. Yes, this could be a tug of war, but if his finger was in the trigger, as we start to do our takeaway now, I'm gonna be rolling the gun forward, causing a lot of pain. The trigger guard's gonna do that to him. And then from there, at that point, once I get to his thumb and I started to roll this forward, I'm gonna be taking the hand that's near the trigger guard and I'm gonna be punching it down. Now you gotta be so careful in this situation not to over-exaggerate your movement and put yourself back in the line of fire. So this hand has to be there to keep you safe. So as I punch down, I need to make sure that this is locked out as well, so that way the recoil isn't coming back to my face. At that point, if I want to take the stock and strike, that is another option to create space, or maybe push yourself away to get the firearm on him. That is an option too. So again, from another angle, always want to tactically get prepared. What I mean by that is my hands are going to be just right level of the gun, thumbs are underneath. That way it's not hands are up here and I'm trying to redirect from up high. That's just too much time for him to see. So hands are here, there's my redirection. I'm coming underneath and I'm starting to climb towards him. Striking, getting control. I can also throw elbows as well if I want to get really, really close, but then coming in, getting control near the trigger guard. So I'm in between his hands, braking and pushing down forward, striking, getting away, firearms on him. So last breakdown on this. I'm looking at the firearm, hands are up level of the gun. We're making our redirection. We're coming underneath, getting control from both angles, moving and striking hammer fist or elbow, preferably getting my hand near the trigger guard, revving it forward, popping down, making sure that we're nice and tight, striking or pushing if I need to, clearing. From there, I can use the pump if it's a shotgun or the charging handle to clear that round if I need to. Sights are on him, disengaging from there. Everything's in nice and tight, ready to go. So now let's discuss if the firearm is presented on us, maybe from the other side if he's a right-handed shooter, or for whatever reason I end up on the dead side of him. So hands are gonna come up somewhat level of the gun once again. We're gonna treat it exactly the same as dead side. The only difference here is my first redirection. My thumb will actually end up being on top as I make my redirection. Now the reason for that is because if I were to rotate my hand over, I could expose that light to him. Or if I'm to make a sudden movement to try to get back in front, I may startle him. So I need to just understand that this is this is gonna be the quickest opportunity to redirect the firearm. So I play the roll a little bit, my thumb is on top, redirecting. Everything from here is gonna be exactly the same. My hand will travel underneath, I'll throw my combative if need be, coming near the trigger guard. So once again, now our hands are in the proper position to start our takeaway, rolling it forward, popping down, striking, disengaging. So one more time from the other side. Firearms on us, playing the roll slightly, we're redirecting. Hands gonna come underneath, hitting as I move in, getting control, putting our whole body weight forward, breaking down, hitting or pushing with the stock, and creating that space from there. So that is just a variation of the dead side technique, where the only difference is that redirection with the thumb on top if the firearm is from the side of us.